世界をつなぐ
Marnix, aka Kloek, Cheeserobot, Lightning.watch, the Netherlands.
El Salvador presented recently Bitcoin City. Would you like to live there one day?
No.
If President Najib Bukele contacts you for this new project, Bitcoin City, would you be available to help him out with this project?
Sure, yes.
If somebody told you 2 years ago that most of the people on Telegram will use Cheeserobot, would you believe that person?
No.
Do you like to eat sushi?
Yes.
Did you stay awake to see the live Taproot activation?
No.
You worked already with a lot of different top developers in our community. Is Jorijn one of the the best developers you work with?
Yes.
Do you prefer FX Twin over Muse?
Yes.
Will Holland become world champion in Qatar next year?
No.
Do you eat a lot of cheese on a daily basis?
No.
Are you Satoshi Nakamoto?
No.
Yeah, welcome to episode 1 of our brand new show, Connect the World. This will be a weekly podcast, and every time we will invite a guest to join us, me and Steph. How are you doing, Steph?
I'm fine, man. Thank you. Very excited, and
Me too.
I really was looking forward to record this first episode, and this is also the first episode with a guest. So.
Yeah, that's right. And we will always talk with the guest about the Lightning Network and their own role in it. So that will be very interesting.
Yeah. So the Lightning Network and of course the Ring of Fires, our community. That's also a small part of the podcast with statistics and some news. So that will be what this podcast will be about. So.
Yeah. So, enjoy the ride,
Thanks.
I would say. Okay, then.
Connect the world.
So, Edward, starting with the statistics, let's start with our own statistics from the Ring of Fire community. Because, as maybe some of you will know, we started in July 2021. And we have now pushed over 17 Bitcoin, a little less than 18 Bitcoin into the Lightning Network. And I just looked it up at set.trading. It's a very useful website where you can find the dollar amount of the Bitcoins or the Satoshis that you put in. And it's just over $1 million. So that's really impressive.
From July 2021, it's amazing.
Amazing, right? And 533 members participating over 60 rings and counting.
From all over the world.
From all over the world and counting, because we finished some 2 rings yesterday. So I guess it's now 62 rings.
Yeah, you're right.
We are always busy throughout the whole day with the new rings to open. So it's awesome.
And it's interesting to put it in perspective and to set a goal for us, for our community. Because if we look at the numbers from the Lightning Network as a whole, then we see some approximate numbers like 18,727 nodes as of this moment, and over 3,279 Bitcoin. So
a little more than us. So
we have some work to do.
We have some work to do. But it's amazing what we can achieve with such a small community for now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to build and to become a bigger community, of course. But it's very nice to see that's growing so fast, and I'm also very hyped about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you know what the value today is of Satoshi's, Steph? 1 million, for example?
Let me check. So 1 million Satoshis is getting you $560, €495, or a little under 36 100 yuan, Chinese yuan. So it's maybe nice to check at it every week, so we can see progress.
I would think so. Yeah,
and if it's going the right way. So
no, you're right, and then we can see it, because
compare,
today it's we can compare it. Today it's 29 of November. So next week we will check it again. Yeah.
And hopefully get some more dollars or euros or the other shitcoin we know, like the Chinese yuan for our 1 million satoshis, right?
You're
That's
right.
the goal.
Well, let's talk about some news facts. We do this to talk about some important news only for our Umbrel users, because there are a lot of community members that use Umbrel. Of course, there are also Raspberry Blitz and Start 9.
Start 9. There was one of the ringleaders in one of the rings we wanted to balance was using Start 9, and we had some problems with running the Igniter script, but we will get into that later. But I've never heard of it, and I know that Jury has
he was checking us out.
Yeah, he was checking us out. It's on his list to do some homework and to really dig into that software. And so it was nice to see.
Yeah, and with Umbrel, the updates that they released, they released 2 updates, and the last one was from this weekend, I guess. The change of the standard password of third-party apps in their store. They're now generated from your seed. So that's important, because then they're unique for your own node.
Yeah.
And they released the 2-factor authentication. Inspired by our community legend.
Jury. He worked his ass off to get the code for the 2FA, and so it's really nice that the developers from Umbrel picked up his voice and integrated it into Umbrel, because it's making your node more secure. So it's very recommended for everyone who uses Umbrel to update to the latest version. I think it's 0.4.9.
It's always very important.
And just update and make sure you're running the latest software.
And it also has the updated LND 0.14.1. Updating is very important, and also to keep your own house network in check. So really do your homework, and then that's a job that you can do. And for the other things, update. So that's
and it's
really
also
important.
good to mention maybe that just install the applications you use or you want to use, and don't install every application in the App Store with Umbrel, because they keep adding all kinds of applications to that App Store. But if you're running a Bitcoin node or a Lightning node, of course, then I think it's better to use to install as less applications as needed. So
it makes your node vulnerable if you don't do that.
Yeah, so and sometimes you just install it and you never use it, and then maybe it has a vulnerability, and bye Satoshis.
That's what we don't like.
No, of course. Okay, so maybe it's nice to take a look at all the rings that we are filling right now. Because we have a couple of rings that are open for registration. So we have a new 500K, so 500,000 Satoshis ring. It's called the 18th ring. And we
18th already.
18th already. It's growing rapidly. But we have 3 spots left over there. So if you want to join that, please join our Telegram group and sign up using the polls, and you can find it in the pinned messages. I saw that the 1 million Satoshis, the 19th 1 million Satoshis ring, is already full. So we will start it soon. I think tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow. And it's also the 11th 2 million Satoshi's ring is also, we have enough participants who signed up, so we will also start that one soon. And we have the 5 million Satoshis, the 7th ring. There are already 4 participants who signed up, and we have 2 spots left. So if you want to join that one,
Almost full.
yeah, it's almost full, but it's a pretty big ring in terms of liquidity. So if you're just getting started and you want to join your first Ring of Fire, I propose it's better to join the 500k Satoshi's ring instead of the 5 million Satoshi's ring, because the liquidity is pretty serious in that one. So
maybe it's also good to know that those are rings with members of all different countries. I see Spain, Holland, the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, and America also. And I don't know what this is. Switzerland, I think. Yeah, so that's great. That if you're participating, then you're in a ring with different nationalities and different geolocations for your strategy with your node. It can be interesting.
Yeah. And of course, we balanced some rings last week, so it's also maybe nice to take a look at that. We balanced the 500k 16th ring. With node owners from Spain and from Holland, and that's the ring where
That's the start 9.
Yeah, that's the start 9 ring, and we have picked the ringleader Psytone. He is from Spain. So hello, amigo. And hola, buenos. ¿Cómo está? He tried to run the balancing script, but we had some very difficulties with the script on that start 9 node, and maybe it's good to for Jury or for you to take a look, because you are the most experienced community members. I'm not that tech savvy, so maybe you can take a look. I saw that Jury had put it on the list to do for his homework to do. So he will take a look at the software and maybe find where the problems started. And luckily we had King Karel. It's our fellow Dutchie, and he volunteered to be the step-in as a ringleader. And he had some small gossip issues because he just installed the Igniter script and then tried to run the balancing script. But we got rid of that gossip issues pretty fast, and then he was able to run the balancing script. So it's very nice to see that if someone tries it and somehow fails to run the script, that another group member stands up and volunteers to be the ringleader. So thanks for that, guys. And we also finished the 1 million Satoshi's 18th ring. It was on Thanksgiving. And our ringleader was also from the States. So he said, while everyone is getting drunk, I'm here to balance the ring. So I asked him not to drink that much, and I don't know if he was completely sober, but he managed to balance the ring very fast. So that was also a very nice experience. And the 16th ring is also balanced, the 1 million Satoshi 16th ring. And that was a tough one, because we started this ring 4 weeks ago, and we had all kinds of issues. And one of the members, Finny G, his node was slowly dying because he used a normal hard drive instead of an SSD drive. So that node was not able to come up with the blockchain to sync. So his hard drive was too slow for that. So he decided to build a new node from scratch using an SSD. We postponed the balancing and gave him some time to build that new node. And and he.
Maybe it's also good to add that of course, if you have a problem with your node being old or using a hard disk, it's not bad to be in a group and then learn from it and then do a change. So no hard feelings, of course, and it's a group effort. So we all waited, and then in the end, we always succeed and learn through the process.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
So
It is. It's always a nice experience after all. So
That's right.
And we had Dirksen. He was the ringleader, and I don't know if it's a record, but he balanced it within 10 minutes. And what was very nice that he shared his screen, so everyone could take a look at what he was doing. And
lightning fast.
he was he was lightning fast for sure. And also to all the members of that group, thanks for your patience. And awesome that we gave Finigi the opportunity to fix his node. It's awesome. And last but not least, we balanced the 10th 2 million Satoshis ring. And it's also a very nice one because this was the first one with a node owner from Colombia. So it was very nice. We had we had a node owner from Colombia, also Germany, United States, and of course Holland. It's very nice. His name is Peruto. I don't know if I
Purpuruta.
if I pronounce it right. You're the Spanish speaking guy, so
Purpurato.
Purpurato. Okay.
I would say that. Yeah. In Colombia, it's Spanish, of course. So yeah.
Yeah. So he was initially he was the ringleader, but we experienced some gossip issues, unfortunately, in that group. So. TJ was willing to take it over, and we managed to balance that ring anyway. So that's also very nice. So hopefully this week will also be very interesting, and
more will follow soon.
More will follow soon, and let's get back next week with new anecdotes from this week.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Okay, so now we're going to the 21 minutes. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy.
Connect the world.
I want to give a little disclaimer for Lightning nodes and for all participants in a Ring of Fire. Make sure to secure your home network. That's very important. So change standard passwords and use two-step verification where it's possible, and keep your software up to date. Because LND is still in beta phase, the whole Lightning concept, of course. And don't use Satoshis that you're not willing to lose. If you're not aware of all security precautions, then read into it. Educate yourself, read articles, ask for help in Telegram groups with a high reputation like ours, and listen to podcasts and learn by doing. Otherwise, don't participate. If you want to stay informed, then follow us on Twitter at Satoshi Radio ROF, and follow our Lightning leader, Jonī Kyasshu.
Yes, and also check out our websites. It's satoshi.radio/Ring of Fire and satoshi.radio/Connect the World. And it will be very nice for you to join our community on Amboss. You can find us, of course, at Satoshi Radio. Also become a member of our Telegram channels. The Telegram channel for the Rings of Fire is t.me/Satoshi Radio ROF. And for this podcast, it is t.me/Connect the World. And of course, you can use Podcasting 2.0 to listen to our podcast. Okay, Edward, let's get on to the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Connect the world.
All right, welcome, Kloek, the man behind Cheeserobot and Lightning.watch. Man, oh man.
Good to have you here, Kloek, a.k.a. Marnix, a.k.a. Kloek, a.k.a. Marnix.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, of course, we know you. You're the man behind the infamous Cheeserobot. We all use it, I think, on a daily basis in Telegram. And you're also the owner of the the Lightning.watch node. So maybe it's nice for the listeners and viewers if you can give us a small introduction about yourself. What do you do, and tell something about yourself.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. That's a very special new podcast, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, about me, I started in 2011. Then I had my first node. I think that was when the mining checkmark was on by default, so that was nice. That was a nice beginning. Never found any block, but yeah. What can you do? And then in July 2018, I started my first Lightning node and my first payments. Made a small application, a Lightning Game Boy. So that's how it started. So
a Lightning Game Boy?
Interesting.
Oh yes, yeah, that was quite fun project. Nobody ever used it, I think, or just some people. But that was my first, trying out with the API, and I was streaming this Game Boy to Twitch, the video streaming site, and then I made this little wrapper website where you could press a button, A, B, up, down, left, right, and you would pay 1 Satoshi, and then it would press that button, and the button which got most Satoshis, that was the one that would get pressed. We had that. We had a multiplayer Game Boy before on Twitch, but then I thought let's put some Lightning in there. Yeah, like
awesome.
I said, no one used it, but it was pretty fun.
No one used it, so you didn't have had any Satoshis after all.
No.
Too bad. Sounds like a great
awesome,
game.
Yeah, it was fun. It means you learn about the
That's
APIs and the underlying things and all the weird stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So that was fun. And now
awesome.
I just I have some projects, and I spent way too much time on Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh man, and maybe it was also a nice start for you just before you started with programming the Cheeserobot, or.
Sure, yeah, that just kind of started. I mean, I wanted to make this small bot, and I think, Steph, you said I use it daily. I hope it's not just to get the price. I mean, there's a lot more you can do.
Yeah.
But I think that's how it started. I had this I think 20-line Telegram bot which just gave you the price back. But then it grew and grew and grew, and it got a little bit crazy.
Okay. Well, Kloek, again, awesome to have you here. We are going to the 21 minutes, and we will have 21 minutes to ask you some questions, of course, about Cheeserobot, but also the Lightning nodes, for example. So let's get to the 21 minutes part.
I will start
Edward.
the clock, and let's continue. Awesome.
Connect the world.
Well, first of all, we said it a lot, but you're the developer of Cheeserobot. Can you explain what it is and what it's for?
It's a helper bot. It's just for Telegram for now. I mean, there's this bot, and you can look it up if you're on Telegram. You just look for Cheeserobot, and you'll get the bot. And you can do it in a DM, and you can ask for the price, and you can ask for Lightning information and about the blocks and how much mining is going on. And you can set reminders. That you can all do in a DM, but you can also use it in a group. And I think that's being used quite a lot.
Yeah, and I also in our Ring of Fire groups we also use the watch TX a lot. So you can just put in your TX ID, and then Cheeserobot will automatically notify you when your transaction is within the block. So that's also very very useful, man. Hey, but look, why the name Cheeserobot? We know you eat cheese on a daily basis. So
actually, I stopped eating cheese. That's
you
that's
stopped
the
eating
thing.
cheese.
Yeah.
Okay,
You put it all in a Cheeserobot.
Yeah, exactly. Just all put it on the server. Like I said, it started small, and it just needed a name. First, I thought, let's see if Bitcoin bot is still available, or if Lightning bot is still available. I mean, those are all gone. There were people who already had some plans with that. and I wanted to do more than just Bitcoin or just Lightning, and just see, whatever you can do. I mean, you can also read RSS feeds with it, for example. So I just needed something generic, and I already had my Telegram username, Kaaskoekje, which is Dutch for cheese cookie. And then I thought, let's just call it the Cheeserobot.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I heard a podcast one time that they were saying, well, Kaaskoekje, I don't know from which country he is. And I thought, well, obviously from Holland, of course.
From Holland, yeah.
Yeah, I think they thought it was South Africa. Maybe there was TFTC or something.
Yeah, that's right.
It was pretty fun to hear.
Yes, it was from Plebnet, I think. Well,
that could be.
A lot of node operators worldwide use the Cheesebot. Like we said, it makes our work easier, building rings of fire, and gives us a lot of insights. And we talked one day, and we know, of course, that you're building Cheesebot 2.0. Can you perhaps tell us something about the features you're working on?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it just started with a small 20-line script, this Cheeserobot thing, and then I made more and more and more, and I didn't make it pretty. I didn't beforehand think about nice programming styles and putting it in classes and functions and separating it all out. So by now I think it's a 2300 line script, which is just the bot. So that's ugly. So it did need a rewrite. So that's what I'm working on, and what I want to do is I also want to have a web version. I don't want it mandatory to be linked to your Telegram ID. People don't really like that. I think don't always like that. And that's all right. I mean, not everybody uses.
We had some participants in rings that didn't want to use Cheeserobot, and that made me think. And I didn't thought about it before, but it's maybe it's not a big issue, but it can be a small privacy issue, right? When it's linked to your Telegram username. So
I do understand that, and I mean I do like privacy myself a lot, and I'm also quite aware of that. It's very easy to link your node ID to something, to your own actual ID. So. Yeah, I mean, you just have to tweet out your node ID once, or you need to, put it in a group or put it somewhere else. I mean, if you want channels, often you will have to, make that public. So, but I mean, I do want to have the option or the possibility to have a web only username, just as just a nym, and have it being a fake nickname.
Yeah, and you only use it for that purpose. No, that's right. Because I searched one time for also one person of Plebnet, and it was very easy to find that person because, of course, they use their own name, and it was nothing difficult or something. But you're right. That would be a feature that a lot of people will like. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're also planning to make the graph option a bit more useful, right? Or a bit, because our community is growing so fast, and every time I like to make these graphs on a weekly basis to see the what we are building with, and but it's so the nodes become so small that we can't see who is who, So you're planning to
always searching your name.
Upgrade that. You're planning to upgrade that as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I want to make that a bit more, easy to navigate. I mean, if you look indeed into the Rings of Fire group or Plebnet group or any of those big ones, it's spaghetti. Everything is one big.
It's very impressive. I mean, it's you can see it grow every week, but. Yeah, you can't find yourself or something. So
I want to make that better. And also, nodes and users are never deleted. I mean, if you didn't talk for 3 months, maybe you shouldn't be in the graph anymore. Stuff like that. So I do want to look at that.
Yeah, and you just mentioned that you're also, of course, Cheeserobot is used in Plebnet and Rings of Fire and all the other communities. But do you have some numbers about how many groups Cheeserobot are added to, or?
Yeah, no, I did expect that question, so I put on.
That's
I
interesting.
did look for some statistics. So 650 groups use the bot,
So,
and that's quite something, I think. And 50 different groups, 50,
yeah.
have set up notifications. So that's the daily price notifications or the volatility changes. And
Yeah. So they really incorporate
stuff
it
like that.
in their group then. Yeah, with such notifications. Yeah, awesome.
And I do suppose that a lot of those 650 groups are small Ring of Fire groups, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly how it should be used. And 2,400 people have talked to the bot.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because about that Ring of Fire groups, we have like 62 groups now. So 62 groups are using Cheeserobot from
They
our
have it
community.
activated in all subgroups.
Yeah, we have activated it everywhere. So
Well,
Yeah, I think you kind of have the same feeling. I mean, it started and it grew to something crazy. That's what happened with Cheeserobot, and I think the exact same thing happened with the Rings of Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome,
and with a small time frame, it's amazing to see how it could grow. We want to dive a little deeper into what it takes to run a Lightning node, and specifically, your take on it. You have a lot of experience running a huge routing Lightning node with more than 1,000 channels, I saw, and some channels are even more than 2 years old. Can you give us your vision on running a Lightning node? Why is it so important to run your own Lightning node?
It should be your own money, right? You need to be aware of what's happening to your own money. And I mean, there are nice wallets which are custodial, and some Lightning wallets even work better, maybe because they're custodial. But I feel like everybody should have the possibility to have their own node, to be in control of their own finances. And maybe you're not going to run it yourself. Maybe it's going to be a family node. But really being in control of your own node, that really helps. And it is getting easier and easier, but also understanding how the whole protocol works and how everything works together and how channels work. I think the best and maybe the only way to really learn that is to run a node.
Yeah, I can tell because I started running my own node last year, at the end of last year, and it's so much information and you learn so much. So it's really nice to have that to experience that. It's a pretty deep rabbit hole. So I'm warning you, but I can recommend diving deep into it.
And really using the command line and the scripts and try to understand how they work. Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, and Kloek, we talked about the normal Lightning node, but you run a routing node. Can you maybe explain a bit what is the difference between just a normal Lightning node and a real routing node like you have?
Yeah, no, that's a good question because maybe people are listening to this podcast and thinking, "Ooh, that sounds very difficult running my own node." And I mean, you don't have to, right? I mean, you can have a nice wallet, and there are wallets like Breeze, which have a built-in node. And I mean, that's non-custodial. That's really yours, and that's a node running on your actual phone. But then, that's just a node, right? A node is just something that participates in the Lightning network, and that's all fine. But then, if you not just want to participate, but help the actual network, then you're going to run a routing node. And a routing node is it's always online. It's helping other people route payments, and I think it's usually funded a bit more. There's more liquidity on there. There are more sats on there, and I think you have to do some management of your routing node to make sure that your channels are nicely balanced, so payments can actually flow all directions. So there's more work to do it, although that's been made easier. But just maybe basically it's being online always and being able to route payments to help others make a route.
That way you have a lot more to learn than if you do it yourself.
And how much time does it take for you to manage your node on a weekly or maybe a daily basis? Can you give us an insight?
Yeah, well, it used to be a lot more. I mean, when you're learning, you really dive into it, and you can maybe, you can keep in mind what the channel states were, and then you can think, how was that yesterday, and how did this change, and then move it around a bit. So it used to be a lot of time. I think 10 to 20 hours a week I was looking at those dashboards and looking at it and balancing and stuff like that. And now I think it's down to 2 to 3 hours a week, and I've scripted most of the things I used to do.
And did you build that scripts yourself, or do you also use scripts that other members build?
Oh yeah, I do use other scripts. For example, Charge L&D. There's this guy Sander who made that, and he created that script. I made some changes, and I got a pull request in, so that was nice, being able to help and contribute back to a project. But yeah, mainly that's his work, and all kinds of helper scripts I built myself. I mean, you do have to experience it first yourself. You do have to know what you're automating, right? You do have to do those menial tasks maybe for some weeks or maybe months yourself to know what you actually want to do, and then then you can build them yourself if you have the skills, of course.
Do you have recommendations for new Lightning node operators that want to start?
Don't start with a routing node.
That's what everyone always say. But of course, they want it because they want to learn and they want to see the magic of actually routing transactions.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's magic.
Yeah, I think it's also a misconception because I speak a lot to participants who are just getting started in the world of Lightning, and they participate, for example, in one Ring of Fire. It's the first channel, and they expect to have some routing on it. And then we always explain that if you only have one channel, it's not a big of a chance that you got some routing. So maybe what are the tips and tricks for Lightning node operators? Do you recommend to go for a routing node, or just leave it at managing a normal Lightning node?
I think if you start small, then if you like being small, then that's all right. But I think most people just try to be that routing node and try to be more. So I would say for starters, I mean, I've heard a lot of questions. Most important, find a group that can help you. Just maybe a Ring of Fire group or some local Lightning group. Maybe even join the Lightning Labs Slack. They have a nice channel for questions, because you will have a lot of questions, and just having a nice group of people there to answer it, that helps a lot. And people are very willing to help out. That's one of the best things about this community. And maybe technically, don't open too many small channels. I mean, a lot of node operators, they do want to start with maybe 10, 100,000 sat channels. And I think that's really, really small. Yeah. I mean, as a rule of thumb, I try to open channels 500,000 sats and up. And it's been a while since I opened channels. I'm mainly just managing the channels I have currently. But maybe 500,000.
To keep it at that 3 hours a week.
Because otherwise... No, but that's good, I think. So keep start with your small channels for micropayments or something, and then actually within a year or 2 years, you can also choose to become more of a routing node than before, perhaps, if you really want to dedicate yourself in learning scripting and
Yeah, but I think that a few big channels are worth a lot more than many small channels.
Okay, that's also very interesting.
Really interesting, yeah.
Awesome. Hey, and Kloek, you're also providing a service with the Lightning.watch Telegram bot. Can you maybe explain something? What does it does, and why should you need it?
Sure. Yeah. So that's indeed Lightning.watch bot. Also one of my first bots I made. I'm thinking, did I make that before or after Cheeserobot? So not sure. But what it does is, we were just talking about routing nodes, and a routing node is it's a part of a route for other people's payments. So you want to be able to be that hop in their route. You want to be able to route transactions for others. And one very important thing is that you're online for that. You want to be always online, so payments never fail. Because if payments fail that wanted to take your node, wanted to take your route, then you get a penalty and your scoring goes down of your node. So you want to be online always, and that's actually what Lightning.watch is for. It's it continuously tracks your connection, checks the channel, and if it goes down, then you will get a message. Well, you get a message an hour later, or if you pay some sats, then you get instant messages on Telegram again. I do use Telegram quite a lot, but then you will be notified if your channel is down, and then you can fix it.
Yeah, and maybe I raised my grace time, because the grace time on default is 0, I think, Kloek.
Yeah. Correct.
And so I got all these notifications. So I thought, whoa, what the hell is happening at my home? Is my home on fire or something? But it was due to the short grace time. So I raised it to 5 minutes. Yeah. So now I only get a notification when something is really wrong.
Yeah, I think 5 minutes. It's great. Yeah, I have it also on 5.
Yeah, because Tor is a weird thing, and there are often hiccups, Tor daemons. I mean, there's 4 stages, right? It's your Lightning node, it's your Tor, and then it goes to another Tor instance, and then it goes to a Lightning node again. So that's 4 steps, and we do see quite a lot of hiccups there. So that's what the grace time is built for, indeed.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, hey, let's dive a bit deeper into the Lightning subject. Do you contribute to a Bitcoin or Lightning open source projects at the moment?
I try to. I mean, I'm not a full-time, or I don't consider myself a real programmer in air quotes. I mean, I do like to program in Python, but it doesn't feel that. Yeah, well, I don't do that professionally day in and day out, but I do try to help. I try to find problems, and if I find a problem, then I really want to dive into the code, read the code, see what could be wrong, and then submit issues actually with solutions if I can. I think I got to commit to the Lightning book repo, which is coming out these months.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And just some commits left and right to many repositories, but it's mainly finding problems and helping out there, or giving ideas, and not really building new functionality. It's just getting people together and trying to fix things and make things better, and sharing experiences.
And if people want to start developing for Bitcoin or Lightning, do you have a suggestion for them to start? You were saying something like groups that are willing to help, but if you're a developer, is there also a place that someone could go?
Probably those same groups, but that's a difficult one. I mean, if you were to say programming in general, I do like Python, for example, and Go is a very often used language which you can use. But I do like Python, and there are a lot of tutorials for Python in general. But then for Lightning, that's just it's very specific, right?
Yeah.
So you do have to dive in, and Lightning Labs has very good. Has very good help there, and has very good tutorials to help out. And as always, find a group and ask your questions, I would say.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can hear a clock ticking.
I hear
so
it too.
It means our time is running out. But I see one question I want to ask you. Do you think Bitcoin will be used for daily payments in the Netherlands, or maybe Europe, but let's keep it on the Netherlands? And if so, how many years do you think it will take to get there?
Oh yeah, that's a fun one. Ooh.
Yeah, you can finish. You can finish.
You can finish this one.
All right. In the Netherlands we have a very robust payment infrastructure, and there's not much reason to really switch to Lightning. I mean, we have fast payments, which is what people like, and it seems to be the only thing that people care about. So either Lightning needs to be faster, or people need to start caring about privacy. And if either of those two things happen, I think something can happen. But I think other countries will probably be first.
Yeah. I
you're
also
right.
think that's correct. Yeah. Okay, well, we failed to get answers on everything. So, we have some questions left for you. But maybe it's a good idea to just invite you for one of the upcoming shows and dive deeper into the other questions we have for you.
Gladly.
Okay, it was very interesting. We
much.
prepared a lot, so that would be great if you like. Yeah.
There are a lot of people to talk to. I mean, just talk to a lot of more interesting people first, and then I'll gladly come back.
Yeah,
that's
great.
all right.
Because we have once a month special episode. I think, Steph, that's a great opportunity to continue a talk like this. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Hey, and next time we have a new guest. It's Soul Exporter, and he is one of the founding fathers of the Rings of Fire concept. And it will be nice if you maybe can if you want to ask him a question, which we can then ask him, of course, in the episode of next week.
Sure. Yeah. So, Sol, what I would like to know, if you have 40 hours a week for 1 year to work on something and you have a $1 million budget, in Bitcoin, of course, how would you spend that? Spend it all, but how would you spend it and use it to bring Lightning to many more people? What would you do? That's my question.
Great question.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he can't stack the sets.
He has to spend it. Yeah.
And 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of time.
Awesome. Yeah, great question. We will ask him that. I'm very, very curious about his answer.
He is really about building bridges and sats are flowing. So I'm interested in his answer. Well, thank you, Kloek, Marnix. Thank you for your time. And thank you for all answers on our questions. And let's have a look. I hear something.
Connect the world.
Because we have also a prize of this week. And you're giving away a prize. That's right.
Actually, two. So that's happening.
Can you elaborate what the prize is?
Yeah, so just to start this all up and have everyone be involved, I'd like to give away 2-year subscriptions to Lightning.watch, so you get instant notifications for if your node goes down. Yeah,
that's very valuable. And we have the 500th member will receive it, and also one of the 500 that we have now. So that will be interesting to see who is gonna win it. So that's great. And the 500th member can take a screenshot, of course, and then can get in contact with us to apply. So
very good.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Connetti il mondo.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. And thanks to all members participating in Satoshi Radio Rings of Fire. And of course, thanks to everyone helping to connect the world with us.
Yeah, and of course, thanks Marnix, aka Kloek, aka Marnix, aka Kloek, for joining us. It was a really cool chat, and we really want to join to have you in one of the future episodes. So we will invite you.
That would be great.
Sure, thanks, guys.
Well, keep those nodes running, sats flowing, and rings burning, and see you all next week with Soul Exporter. On the same Lightning channel. All right. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Bye-bye.